want to take you on a tour of 214 Main, which is the building that we renovated and where we live. So we live upstairs. So I'm going to take you on a tour of the renovated building. But first, I got to show you before, when we bought it, before we started, when we probably should have torn it down. So come along. So this is the exterior of the building when we bought it in January of 2022. The windows were all covered, obviously. That was the front facade. This is the downstairs shortly after we bought it. It had 8-foot drop ceilings, barnwood on some of the walls downstairs, which we were able to salvage and reuse later. You'll see lots of water damage, nasty green shag carpet, failing plaster, which covered up some brick that we knew was underneath there. So plastered walls downstairs around chimneys. There was a little bit of exposed brick, so I kind of knew what it looked like. This wonderful wood paneling. We did end up salvaging that countertop with the cabinets, and it's now in the shop. It houses a whole bunch of stuff for us. And this pegboard that you see in this office, keep that one in mind too. I know it looks pretty ugly here and like something that we wouldn't want to keep. It was framed in barnwood. I insisted on keeping it. Super cool linoleum floor, and yeah, the exposed brick. There's the countertop again. The real treat is when we get upstairs. This is what would eventually become our apartment. This was the state that it was in. Like I said, the windows were boarded up. The graffiti on the walls, it used to be used as a haunted house, we think, so that's what that is from. But yeah, it was just in really rough shape. We kept that old door. Here is what it looks like today. Totally revamped front, tuck pointed all of the brick, just added an extra entrance. There's the cat again. Grease just insists on being in all of these videos. Had to put a sign up. Long story. Here's the downstairs now. We took it back to its 12-foot original ceilings, and I really think that it opened up everything in here. We lifted everything up, supported it. This is our coffee bar, and underneath that toe kick, that green there, that was what the original ceiling was made of. It was that beadboard. We salvaged some of it. And I talked about the exposed brick. Willie and the boys spent a couple days, really dusty days, exposing that. There's some of that salvaged barnwood, and there's that old door from upstairs. Love how we were able to incorporate it. And there's that pegboard that everybody said was too ugly for me to reuse. It's in our office with our books and all of that kind of stuff. This is sort of a living and gathering area. You can't really see those chairs. I really like those chairs. They're covered because the animals also really like those chairs. So the cat and the dog both sleep on those chairs. But this we use for lots of different things. This conference table, if you see me painting indoors, this is where I'm painting. That's why there's the ring light, all the paint. It's a mess. I don't want to clean it up. But this table, my dad and I built it out of scrap wood and some steel planter wheels. Downstairs we also have a handicap bathroom. So it's a big bathroom. Lots of history in this bathroom. I made sure to put up some photos of the before of the building so that people who visit, they can see it. So yeah, forgot about the gallery wall. We have a gallery wall that is ever growing of all sorts of different memories from our family, our events, that kind of stuff. There's the cat again. She insists on being in these videos. But here's a different angle of what our downstairs looks like. Quite the transformation. Once again, this door came from upstairs. I was able to strip it, salvage it, and use it again. This is our mudroom, which, as you can tell, is an absolute mess. It's a catch-all for so many different things, but it's essentially the entrance to our apartment. It has its own separate entrance so that eventually, if we ever want to rent it out, we can. We had to build a brand new staircase. It was at the wrong pitch. It was at the wrong angle. So these are all brand new stairs. They're red oak. I somehow got the stair treads on clearance.
at Menards, and then it's pine for the toe kicks, but I really like how it turned out. This is the upstairs. Crazy transformation. Beautiful big kitchen that I really, really like. It's really happy with the design that we went with. This is our living room, which is a bit of a mess. It's overrun by animal things because the animals run our lives. We have a little 1-bedroom. It's got a walk-in closet too, which I didn't show. But putting those windows in, I can't believe the amount of natural light that we have. It's awesome. Here's our all-black bathroom, black, white, and gold. If you've seen the bathroom in my store, you know I also have a black bathroom in there. Our shower is one of my favorite things. I was really happy that we tiled it. It's my Johnny Cash poster. Like I said, the transformation of this place. Oh, this is our utility room and pantry and cat house, essentially. All the fun things. But the transformation of this upstairs is it's amazing. It's one of those things, if you go back and look at the before, it's a freaking miracle that we were able to turn into what we have today at this point. The people we bought it from thought we were crazy, and justifiably so. If you're following along, I will probably give you a tour of the backyard and Steeped and Stirred tomorrow. Yeah, this whole building, it's wild to think of how far that it's come, and just how integral of a piece that it is to our overall operation. So like, subscribe, comment, share, all of the things. Hope this was mildly entertaining. See you tomorrow.